Hey, so I'm super excited. I hope you all were pumped thus far listening to Ivy's story of how she built this amazing company, My Skin is In. We're going to be bringing more of her story to you that you will not want to miss coming up. Now, this part of our conversation, I love to show how well businesses are doing, and I want you to talk about some of the success that My Skin is In has accomplished. But I also like talking about maybe some of the obstacles that you've had to overcome. So everything has not been all pretty all the time. So when you are going into business, you're taking a risk, right? And it's going to come with risk.
Yeah.
So I want you to talk about some of the hurdles that maybe you've had to overcome in the years that you've been doing this.
Well, there have been times, just from a manufacturing standpoint, trying to rush. If someone gave me an order, and one time I had butter and it splattered all over the wall. So I told myself I'll always make sure that I take my time. And now what I do,
a customer actually purchased it and it splattered when they opened it?
No, when I was mixing it, it splattered all over my kitchen.
No.
And so I had to clean it up and then make another batch because it was all on the wall and I couldn't scrape
so it's
off
test
the wall.
And trial until you kind of found your perfect formulation.
Absolutely. I had some test groups that I knew I liked scrub a certain way, but I ended up doing some test groups with some ladies of, okay, which consistency do you like? Mm-hmm. I would go into stores, different retailers, and I would look at what theirs was like. If this is on the shelf, what does it look like when you see it? And being able to make some adjustments. Do I like this? What does work? What doesn't work? Some of the other things, just the mindset of this is not a hobby. I think was the transition from a hobby to a business of, okay, I used to just give it for free and now I'm charging people. I want to make sure that it's worth.
Talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, hobby, there's a difference between a hobby and a business. Some of you all have hobbies.
Yeah.
And you have not converted it to a business. I think you hit on something. Talk about that a little more.
It's definitely an internal shift that has to occur of this is, yes, something that you do very well. So you're not going to, just throw anything together and you're passionate about it. So you're going to make sure that it's clean and efficient because that's something else that some people don't necessarily do with their hobbies. They just kind of throw it together and it's there you have it.
It lands.
Yeah, but you need to make sure that it's presented properly and that when people see it, they're not only enjoying it, but that it's presented well. And so that shift allows for you to move from I'm now going to charge you for it.
That's good advice.
And it's at the same level of if you're going into a store or if you're going to another vendor, that I am now worth the purchase price of this. I had a friend of mine who worked at Nordstrom and she was telling me about a product that was in this large retail and that it was a small quantity, but I think it was sold for like $100. And she was like, don't ever sell yourself short.
Wow.
And for me, I was, playing around with, should I charge $10 or $12? Or,
that's what I was going to say. The pricing, how do you figure that out?
Yeah. I wanted to be, palatable for all women to be able to purchase. And so I looked at what the pricing of this type of item is in the marketplace and what other body butter products, those that are making handcrafted products, where they're at. And I think that there is space for all items to be able to increase, but I do want people to feel like they can use this every day. Because I don't want you to say, I'm only going to use it, once a month.
Special occasions.
Yes.
It costs this amount.
I want you to feel luxurious every day. And so I don't want people to feel like I have to reserve it. And that I have to be cautious about how much I use. So the mindset of being able to shift to I'm now charging people and friends not necessarily using the system that I have.
Talk about that, family and friends, purchase from me.
Everyone now,
my business.
Absolutely. Yes. Everyone has remember when? I'm like, what?
I actually have an EIN. I'm a full-blown business. I
Yes.
have to pay taxes. Like, come on,
Yes.
like, I need to make money. Right?
Don't you know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to be great.
Yes.
So it's having them understand, don't pay me in cash or, I'll just give it to you.
Ooh,
No,
that's
go
so
through the
good.
website. I need you to do that so I can track inventory. I set up those systems
good.
to protect you and to protect myself. And it helps me actually see, okay, what did I do last year?
good.
What programs did I do that was appropriate that I can increase? So I still have a few outliers. Some of my mom's friends.
Shout out to mom's friends.
Right. Use the website.
I love that. People would treat you as a business if you treat yourself as a business.
Yes.
Some of you all have the financial side all out of whack. You're not tracking your expenses and income. How can you expect others to treat you as a business if you're not first doing that too? So thank you for talking
Talent
about that.
actually stated to me, Ivy, you are your brand.
Yes.
And that stuck with me.
That's good.
In my idea of I wasn't going to put my face on my website. I wasn't going to put pictures of myself
talk about
out
that?
there. Yeah, I was like, I don't want it to be me, but it is me. So
my gosh.
it is everything about who I am is put into this.
I wanted to talk about this because Talon and I recently had an opportunity to have a conversation. It was a real authentic conversation with another platform. And in this conversation, we were talking about, in general, when it comes to African American businesses, sometimes we can be fearful of putting our face out there, right? Simply because we don't want people to get, mistaken just by what they see. We want them to actually buy our products. And I was like, but we need more of us. Get on your, show your face, be proud to say I'm a Black-owned business, because there are people that sometimes want to support you simply because of that.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy you talked about that. There's so many people that may be watching right now. Maybe they feel like that. They're like, I don't know if I should put my face on it.
Yeah, I at first was not going to put my picture only in the about section. I wasn't going to put it on the front screen, and I wasn't going to, promote myself in that way. I wanted people to be able to find the product, but there's a point where people have to trust you before they get to the product. And so if you know me
That's
authentically, then you know that my product is going to be just as honest.
I'm a people person.
Yeah.
Like, you can sell me if I have a conversation with you, and maybe I don't even know you. Maybe I am reading your About Us page on your website. It's like, I feel like I know you, and I can resonate before I really dish over money.
I end up sharing about my journey of evolution as a woman, and I was very shy. And so for me to get to a point of being able to take photos and being able to present myself encourages other people of like, you know what, I'm going to start taking better care of myself.
That's so good.
And as I did more events, more pop-ups, I had to be on.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people, and I call it social introvert. And so I'm good with like one or two, like we can talk all day, but a lot of people, I'm like, oh, when is this over?
A lot of you all are like that, right? That's why sometimes a lot of people won't start their business simply because of that. They're like, there's no way I'm going to put myself out there.
Yeah, I try to make sure that the person that's in front of me, that we are having a conversation, that we're able to relate, that we're able to connect.
So good.
And if I get that one sale and there's 10 other people waiting, I ask them to wait too, and not to be scattered or anything like that, because it is a very intimate discussion about what you're going to put on in your shower.
That's so good. That's true. Right. What do you put on in your shower?
Because I'm there.
Right.
And some people have been like, oh girl, I put you all over. I'm like, oh, okay.
Exactly.
So allowing for people to know, okay, this is my journey. I was shy, but I was able to become confident. So I started blogging and talking about that and sharing with people about how to be able to take your dreams and ideas and then actually executing it. And I'm in that now.
It's so good to watch. Make sure you all go to our website, myskinisIn.com.
Yes.
The link will also be in the description box below. So talk about some of the successes that you've seen over the years.
Yeah.
When you were just starting with that small little
my baby.
jar. Yeah, the little baby to now like
yeah. So one of the most recent things that occurred, again, I talked about like one order. I would celebrate. One of the emails that my response to when you get an email is that I do a little shimmy. So it's like
show us the shimmy. We want to see it.
It's like a little
like
and ended up like people started doing it like, oh, I just felt so good. So it's a celebration, a thanks for me of like, awesome. Thank you for making the purchase. And every order that I get, I do a little shimmy like, so yes.
Awesome. Everybody gets celebrated.
Yes, everybody can shimmy. And I'm like, everybody around can, do a little dance and being able to feel comfortable in their skin. And so I do a shimmy, and then one order became, 2 orders, and then having a dance party, and then, twirling at home, and just being able to celebrate every single order. To me, I am appreciative every time somebody says, I trust you.
So
and I hope that you come in and increase more of being a part of people's lives. So from that one order to this summer, I was able to partner with Flowers for Dreams and being a part of their summer package. So Watermelon Crush is a summer only, and it is a very popular item. A lot of couples enjoy it. And it's just, to me, it's everything summer. Summer dates, summer nights, dancing in the park. That's what Watermelon Crush for me.
Don't you all want to try that?
Yes. Well, stay tuned for spring because it comes back out there. But they ended up purchasing, they sent me an email, and I wasn't sure if
it was real or not. Like, how many of us get emails for like, is this real? Is
this real?
Spam or?
Right. And she ended up, the woman I partnered with was like, hey, this is what we want to do. And here we if you can send me an invoice right now, and they paid the invoice the next day. And I said, oh.
How big was the order?
The first one was $300.
Do you all see this? She went from just making this at a bridal shower for some friends, did not plan on turning this into a business, and she landed an order for $300.
Yeah, and they needed 100. That was a Thursday.
Wow.
They needed 100 that Monday.
Did you get it done?
Absolutely. I was like, I cut everything. I'm busy and I'm mixing. Yes. So that ended up being able to go from doing 1 or 2 an order a week, or 1 or 2 a month, and some months not having anything, to then that one order can completely shift.
That's awesome.
But I had systems in place. I had a website. I had all my business, set up, properly done.
So important.
So they saw that they could trust me.
Yes.
And I had an email address. I answered my email. So there are small steps that we have to do to make sure that we continue, to grow and move forward. And so that one order to me was the indicator, like, oh, what else is an option?
So your preparation that you put in 2-3 years earlier than that prepared you for
that one moment.
Do you see that? Like, preparation is key. Take your business serious and don't just be all over the place, because companies, when they come to you, they want to see, like, does she have it or he have it all together? And they were able to come to your website. They saw that you were really passionate about this, and they trusted you, and they put in an order.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure if they had actually tried it, but they looked at my Instagram.
That's awesome.
And they saw that I was consistent. They looked at my website. They
may not have tried it,
and
they just liked what they saw. And I love that you had it together.
Absolutely,
that's really good. I hope that you guys are enjoying this, and you all are taking some tips away, some things away for yourself that you can apply. I absolutely love that.
And then they ordered again.
So, do you see that?
Yeah.
Like, repeat customers. That's a real thing.
Yeah. And so I ended up making this summer, I think it was a total of 700 body scrubs for them.
700. That's congratulations.
Thank you.
That is amazing.
Thank you.
So I want you to talk about, before we wrap up, what's next for My Skin Is In. Like you said, you're a creative. You're always thinking on Monday, thinking of something. What can I be doing?
Absolutely.
What are your dreams? Like, if you could dream big.
My plans for 2021, a few of them are, I want to be able to evolve into doing retreats. Where you have My Skin Is In lifestyle experience. So what does it mean to actually relax and have a luxurious weekend where you're resting, because a lot of us don't rest. We don't take care of ourselves. And so it's something that I've had to learn for myself, and being able to stop, take breaks, and then doing a retreat and trying to understand how to make sure that it's done safe, and making sure that people are okay with that. And then also I would like to eventually evolve into a spa slash tea experience. So you could come into the location, you can purchase product, you could have bath bomb classes, or make your own body scrubs on site. And then you could also have experience rooms. So I want to have a luxurious room, a bold room, and a confident room.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And so when you go in there, you have massages, you can have facials, you can just sit and be on the couch or and just lounge and sit and dream and have your own inspirational moment. And so that's my hope, to be able to get to within the next 2 years.
Do you guys see this? Let's grab your first baby again.
The baby.
How this was the baby, and it's going to grow into having a spa-like experience, like a legit spa experience with different experiences. Each room is a different experience. Like, Body Butter can take you there. And I love that about your story. Oh my gosh. I want you to tell everybody where they can find you.
Yes.
And what would you recommend for somebody that's new to you? Like, what's that one thing that a lot of people order that maybe they should try? So like, give it to us.
Yeah. So myskinisin.com is my website. You can also follow me on Instagram, where you see some of my experiences and just where I'm going and what I'm going to do. So that is myskinisin07 on Instagram, and then myskinisin.com is my website, where you can see my journey, you can see my products, and that you can be able to follow and subscribe to be able to be a part of that experience. And then the other question that you had,
what would you recommend somebody
the
to buy?
most recommended Heavenly Cashmere Grace is a number one seller.
Body butter?
It's a full set.
A full set. Body butter, the scrub.
Bath bomb, so starting from the bath, and if you're not a bath person, it could be a foot soak. So bath bomb and Heavenly Cashmere Grace fragrance, bath bomb, body scrub, body butter, and I recently had someone who asked for it as a beard oil. So I make beard oil and beard balm, and they asked for that fragrance in it. And I just recently started making candles. So I'm also evolving with me moving into candles, because I do want a whole home experience.
Yeah, it's all about the senses. I love it. Talent has actually tried some of her beard products, and he absolutely loves it. He gets a lot of compliments all the time on his beard. You guys, it's My Skin Is In.
Yay.
Okay, so definitely check that out. Oh my gosh, so I'm excited about this next part. We're going to actually be kind of giving you all a little class.
Yes.
Ivy is going to help us make some products. So this should be fun. So I want you guys to make sure that you all check it out. Don't forget to check out My Skin Is In. You all definitely support her. This is a sister, Black-owned sister, that is doing her thing and very professional. Like, you could tell that you have such a love for this, such a passion for this. You all, let's support her big, okay?
Yay.
Thank you so much for coming on. You all
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, we are super excited. We told you all that we will be back and have Ivy make some scrub for us. We are in the My Skin Is In, her lab. Now, you're going to be showing us actually the love, the passion that goes into making these products. You make them all by yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Currently.
Right, currently. That's right. I love that. So you're going to show us a little bit now. She's not going to be giving away her recipe, okay, or how she completely makes it, but you're going to show us a little bit of the process.
Yeah.
All right,
so
tell us what we're doing.
I've already separated and sifted some white sugar and allowed for some jojoba beads. So the purple beads, which gives you that like lavender. Think about like purple is my favorite color.
So making lavender scrub.
Lavender body scrub. Again, a nod to my very first body scrub that I made. So I'll actually let you do that.
Ooh,
you can stir it.
I like to stir. Now, I remember that you were telling us in the interview that you do classes.
Yes.
And so, like, people can make their own bath bombs and things like this.
Yeah.
So this feels a little bit like I'm in a lab.
Oh, good. And that you're in class. So
I'm in class.
Stir it all the way through so that there aren't any clumps, and just make sure that it's consistent. And you'll start to see the sugar starting to change the color, which is you'll see with my lemon scrubs or my spring bloom, it allows for whatever that color is. And this is how it starts.
So that's the color that we actually see in the product.
Well,
like
yes,
that?
with lemon, it's actually the lemon essential oils.
Ooh,
Spring Bloom has a pink, and Watermelon Crush has like a deep rosy feel to it. So I try to think about the actual item and then translate it into the body scrub that's going on. So while you're doing that, I'm going to pour some of this oil. So all of my scrubs have at least they actually have 6 oils included in it.
Now, I know that you said that you purchased a commercial mixer, but today we're just doing this by hand.
Yes.
Demonstration, okay?
Yes, the commercial is for when I'm doing mass orders.
Okay.
And again, I still separate it out. I'm going to grab. Okay. I still separate it out by hand. Everything is made, in here, in-house.
I love that.
Which I'll continue to do.
Now, typically, you'll turn on your music and we be just jamming away.
Yes.
But because we want you all to hear what we're saying, there's no music on. But
yeah,
that's your process.
And that's actually why I have to, I end up spending more time having pause moments to dance in between.
And so you just do the little shimmy.
Yes, right? While I'm in here, it just is my own little party going on, and enjoying what I do and making sure that I continue to have fun while I'm building my business. So that looks actually really good.
How does it feel though? Like every time you get an order and you're here making a product, what's going on in your mind? Is it, my goodness, I'm making this to go to someone's home to create an experience for them?
Yes.
What's going through your mind when you do this?
Yeah. So just so that some of the oils, I have olive oil, avocado oil, sweet almond oil, grapeseed oil, and jojoba oil, nice. Along with coconut oil. And I do have that all listed on the label so that people who have allergies, or there's some people out there that are allergic to coconut oil, they can, if they need to, they'll inbox me and say, can you do it without coconut oil? I have a few customers that are like,
take specific requests like that. Oh, that's
yeah, for the most part it is, so that if you do have an allergy and want to still be able to use that, those that are very specific, I just encourage them to maybe go with a different route.
Okay, I got it. So it's these are the oils that I use this as a process, but if you want me to omit one, such as maybe almond oil, if you are allergic.
And it takes a little bit longer, because then now I have to, rearrange, and I try to sanitize everything.
Yeah, I love that, because we definitely had to sanitize before we started working. You gave me an apron on.
So and you look good.
All right.
So I'm going to let you do, this is lavender essential oil. Again, like I said, everything is natural, organic. If it's not organic, it's all natural products that I use, because I just want to make sure that when it goes onto your body that you can be safe with it. And I would say, if you're using essential oils, make sure you read the instructions, because you don't want it to go directly onto your skin. It does need a carrier oil to be included. That's one thing that some people don't actually understand about
that does make
oils.
sense. So make sure you all read the labels. Or just buy My Skin Is In, and you'll do it for us.
I already did it for you. So I'll let you do this. So I'm going to have you place it in there, and you'll do all the way to the number 3, and then you'll put it in this mixer or this container. Yep.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I wish you all could smell this. This smells divine.
And lavender is probably this mix is probably what I do at the end of the day. So it kind of.
I was about to say, before you go to bed,
yes.
you take a shower.
I'm having my own experience. Yep. Good job.
Good. So I know you did some of your extra stuff that you typically do.
Yeah.
That's definitely special to My Skin Is In.
Yeah. So I'm just mixing all of the oils just to make sure that it's fully incorporated and fully mixed. And then I'm gonna let you stir while I pour, and you can just
slowly.
You can slowly stir it in a big circle, and
I see it forming. Oh my god, it's working. Oh my gosh, I wish you all could smell this. So you check this out. So we're just stirring the oil in the scrub. This smells amazing, Ivy.
Thank you. So we're good there. It's all incorporated.
This looks yummy.
Yay.
for the skin.
Yes, I'm gonna take this out, and I like to be able to, make sure all of it is included.
I didn't do too good a job.
That's okay.
She's the owner of the boss. Okay.
So to get the bottom,
Yes.
and actually, there's a sound that I like to hear that I know it's, and I have ingredients, and sometimes it depends. I think the weather, the humidity may change, the positioning of the stars. I don't know, but I like to hear
a certain sound.
You hear it?
I do hear it. I actually
it's
do
run.
hear it. I love that. I actually do hear it.
Right, you do hear it. So the sound is there. That means that it's ready, and you can smell it. It's heavenly, amazing. I call it lavender essence because it just feels like.
How do you come up with your names?
I prayed about it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, just when I was using it, what do I feel?
Yeah.
And that's how
you
became.
So lavender essence.
Yep.
It's lavender because of the smell, and then what's the essence part?
Essence, I think, just was the embodiment of women and needing to have rest and being able, like, there are people who have been, I'm tired, I'm stressed, and they use this and they are completely knocked out. They're like, what are you involved in it? I'm like, it's just the essence of lavender.
I love it.
Yeah, so I'm going to let you do this. I'm used to doing it, but I'm going to let you do that.
So I'm going to just scoop.
You're going to scoop that. And you don't have to worry about the little ice cream, but you're going to do 2 of those. This is
actually fun. So for people that want to hire you for classes and things like that, will you travel? What do you do?
Yes, I will. I actually I'm getting ready to do a bath bomb online class, and you can go to my website, myskinisin.com. Good. That looks good. Good job.
Something about making your own like this, like having you to do this, that really feels like I'm all in.
Yep. And then I like to make sure that nobody wants to open a container and it has like that grittiness to it.
I've had that before where oils or whatever might be on. I'm just like,
so I always, even if you were careful with it, I always,
scrape the towel and
and then wipe the sides. And then these are dried lavender. So I'll let you go in and grab some of those, and you can actually do it with your hand and then sprinkle it on top while you do that one.
Nice. Look at that. I don't know if you all can see that, but just like little lavender pellets.
The actually dried lavender flower. Sprinkle it all over.
You can tell that this was handmade, handcrafted.
Yep. And then
really so you'll travel, like people can hire you.
Yeah.
And then now you're also doing this online, which I love it. So online classes.
Yeah. So I have an online class. I'm doing a bath bomb class for people. And then I'm actually going to start doing small groups so they can do their bath bomb classes in their home. I've done bath bomb classes here.
I can see a birthday party.
Yeah. For girls' nights, moms' daughters can do it. It's easy enough for everyone to learn. So then I actually
and have great conversation.
Yep. Tighten it up. And I like these lids because it has a seal on it. So it's a pressure seal.
Ooh,
yep.
Nice.
And then actually let it sit overnight, and then the seal actually doesn't break until you open it.
Nice.
So that way there's an added layer where, one, the oil is not spilling out, and two, that no one's touched it. Because I used to have people who were like, dip it, don't do that.
So what's your average process? So if someone was to order online at your website, myskinisin.com.
Yep.
They can receive their product. Is it an average like 5 to 7?
Yeah, so now I'm at the point where if you order, I usually ship on Saturdays and Tuesdays. So anytime between
systems, you all, that's important.
Yeah,
systems for your business.
It protects me to not feel like, because I used to get this pressure of like, I have to get there. I have to get it to them. Sure. I have to get, they place their order. And I feel like, again, when you go to my site, you're placing the order, you are trusting me to get this to you. So you don't want to wait a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks for something that you're excited about. And then it becoming a point of frustration. So I try to ship on those 2 days. And that allows for me to have production day, and to be able to have packing days and to plan those days out and then still be able to get it to you within the week.
Well, this has been great, Ivy. We cannot thank you enough for sharing with everyone all about how you started your business and how well it's doing. Much success to you.
Thank you.
We know that we're going to see you everywhere and see My Skin is in every household.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Thank you so much. This was fun.
Thank you.
All right, so I hope that you guys thoroughly enjoyed Ivy's story as much as I did. You all, I learned so much from her. I love how she really took on and embodied the spirit of excellence, and it comes and shows through in her product. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check her out at myskinisin.com. The links will be in the description box below. Now, we're rooting for you. We are cheering you on. Let's get these businesses started and change your life. Until next time, bye y'all.